welcome to the Knitmancy podcast. I am your host, Valentina, coming at you from just south of Richmond, Virginia. You can find me at all of the interwebby social media places in the links down below, and you can find me Monday through Friday on Twitch from I've actually shifted my time from about 1:30 until 4:30-ish, which actually expanded the amount of time that I'm streaming, but you know. Yeah, because I would normally end at 4:30 going from 2. So it boosted it by about a half hour. Yes. So you can find me at all those places down below. On Twitch, I generally play video games. I have a thing updating, so it's in my way. There it goes again. Yes, I have some things to show this week. And I'm also recording at a different time than I normally do, although not as late as last week, and always, this window is the bane of my existence. It's how it be sometimes. So let's talk about some stuff. So the first thing I have done is my summer secret crop. Pretty sure that's what this is. This has not been washed. I have not woven in ends, clearly. But it is done. It is knit in the fiber Yarn Hero Fiber Arts ball bands right over there. In their Colormix sock in Radioactive. So it's greens, yellows, browns. It's cool. I've knit the straps long enough that I can do a variety of things. My real intention is to just tie it up though. It looks small, but I think I literally did about the same thing. This yarn is actually thicker than the last yarn I used, so it might poof up some. But yeah, it is done. The pattern is by Jessie Maed Designs. And I changed the initial cast on. I've changed the bind off from what the pattern calls for. My straps are some mystery length. I'm hoping that those changes make my life a little bit easier, but it fits. It fits. If it doesn't fit, it's a little bigger than it needs to be, which is fine. But yeah, so that is done, which I told you it would be. Hello, yes, you go away, you are updating. So that's the only thing I have finished that I know of. Yep. But I did work on, I pulled Fred, my Brioche Memories, that's the pattern, by Valerie Ng. Yeah, I pulled Fred out, and I've done a couple of squares. So the gray was already here, but I put in Don't Be a Sad Bear on Chromatic Yarns' Merino sock. I have put in the Colormix sock, and over here I only put in one square, and that's the Flowers for Yasha. I have the stress knits yarn to put in. I just haven't wound it into the balls, which makes me not so happy that I put it back into the skeins like I did, because now I have to undo that in order to put them into the blanket. But yeah, Fred, he's going strong. I've almost squared it off. I still don't know how big Fred is going to end up being. Like width-wise, if I went over another few squares, it would be fine for a single person blanket. Then I would just have to worry about the length, but I don't know. We will see. So I added some squares onto Fred. Fred is doing great. Fred. I work on Fred whenever I feel like it, which is not nearly as often as I would like to admit sometimes, but also the not knowing what size to make kind of stuns me. And then I cast on something new because naturally if I bind something off, and as you can tell, this is very clearly not a sweater. But if I finish something, I have to start something, clearly. So, yes, I have started the Opposites Attract Cowl by... I have the pattern pulled up on my phone. Opposites do attract. And don't actually think it has the... By Hayes House Yarns. We'll go with that. One second. I'll pull up the actual pattern while I talk about this other stuff. So my editing software is updating, so it has to pull up the update thing every 5 minutes or so. Not even. So Opposites do attract. It is a cowl. It is by, there we go, Brian and Terri Haynes of Haynes House Yarns. And it's paid for pattern, so I'm not going to reveal much. It is knit in the round. And I am using, sometimes this looks more red, sometimes this almost borders pink for me. I am using Prairie Spun DK by the Black Sheep Company, Brown Sheep Company. In DK 50 Red Barn, which is this color, and then I have a tealy blue, which is DK 90 Lost Lake. Not that you can read that. So I've got this going. I put my little bear marker somewhere around me, I think. Pretty sure. It's in my mess somewhere. There it is. So I'll stick my little bear on it. And so, like, this is what I've been working on since I finished the top. I didn't want to jump right into the sweater. So I was like, I had these skeins sitting off to the side, and it's like, let me do something with that. So I had the yarn, and then the pattern came out, and it was kind of like, okay, yeah, we'll do that. So I've had the pattern for a little bit, and I've had the yarn since about Christmas time as a gift from a friend. And yeah, like, here we are. I'm just, oh, apparently things need repairs. I just now paid attention to that. I'm just clicking on along. And so this is a really cool cowl in that it has multiple colors and multiple textures and stripes and solid, and it can be knit with all sorts of different kinds of yarns. Types of dye jobs. Different types of, dyeing. So yeah, I've been working on this. I've been playing the video games. Let's see. So what all is going on coming up? Coming up this weekend. On Saturday, it's a busy day for me. I have the wedding dress fitting, and then I have a grooming appointment for my Doge General. He is not going to be delighted about that. Thankfully, there's plenty of time between those two things that it shouldn't be an issue. And then on Sunday, it's my birthday. And I should be having a friend over. Friend who I just went with last weekend to go do her dress shopping, and she finally found her wedding dress and she loves it. Great, cool, awesome. So, I mean, that's what's going on there. And I think next weekend is the husbando's, my fiance's bachelor party, because we're doing all of these parties early because it just works better. It works. It just works. So I think that's all we have coming up when it comes to that. Gosh, there's just so many things that it's sitting here and having to fix. Okay, you keep doing that editing software. So yeah. I think that's all that's going on with me right now. And yeah, I don't know. I thought I had something else to say, but apparently I don't. Otherwise, I would be saying something. But again, I don't have anything to say, so I guess that happens. I actually I repotted and, or no, I didn't repot. I took my my shamrock outside and put more dirt in it. So now it's hanging out outside. My succulents are still hanging out inside with me, and they're doing quite well, if I do say so myself. All of my critters are doing quite well as well, or so it seems. The Doge is barking at a thing. I don't know what he's barking at, but I'm not too worried about it. And I mean, yeah, I don't really have a lot to say because there's not a lot that goes on in my life right now. So, I think that will be it. So I'm gonna go. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed, and until next time, stay healthy, stay safe, wash your hands, wear a mask, stay home if you can, and until next time, fairly